Hey guys, how are you doing? Happy birthday month. It is my birthday month, and I am so excited to be here. We're going to be celebrating all month with some surprises, some celebrations, some contests, and some prizes we're going to be giving away. So keep watching. It's going to be a ton of fun. Make sure you hit subscribe if you're watching us on YouTube. If you're not on YouTube, follow us over to YouTube and hit the subscribe button for Women's Entrepreneur Network. I'm Haley Gray. I'm the founder of Women's Entrepreneur Network, and I've been around the block once or twice. Okay, maybe more than just once or twice. I've been in the online space since 2013-ish, long time. And I've seen the good, the bad, the ugly. I've seen all of the coaching programs that promise, massive dollars. I've seen all of the programs that promise this easy solution to cash nirvana. The reality is, if it was that damn easy, everybody would be making cash nirvana. It just is. If it was as simple as follow my 3-step process that you pay me $199, $1,999, or $19,999 and become an instant millionaire, you had better bet your bottom bucket that everybody and their cousin would be hopping onto it like it is the latest California gold rush. But here's the reality. Business doesn't quite work that way. Sorry, it doesn't. There are a few people out there who get lucky. There are a few people out there who manage to crack the code, who manage to adapt a 3-step process and system to their own thing, and they manage to make money. One case and example is something like, One Funnel Away. Anybody heard of that? Or, some of the Bitcoin stuff, certain things, right? Or, become a business coach or become a coach and, start selling your stuff online and you're going to be a multi-gajillionaire. Great. The reality is that for most people, I see them flame out, burn out, circle down the drain, and go right down the drain. And I have seen more bankruptcies than I care to count. I've seen people spend a ton of money on coaching programs, on the latest, on the greatest, on the shiniest objects out there. And they didn't work for one simple reason. Because business is highly individual. Your business and my business are going to be two very different things. I can tell you with all the certainty in the world that I have a very simple process for going out and making $1 million because I did it. You want to hear what it is? Anybody want to hear how I went out and made $1 million? And anybody can do it. I'm sure of it. Go out there and build a Facebook group to 75,000 members and leverage it and monetize it, get sponsors, get advertisers, and do all these things, and you too can be a millionaire. The reality is that for many people, for many businesses, a Facebook group sounds amazing, and it may be the absolute wrong way to market your business. It may be the absolute wrong thing to be doing at the wrong time for your business. For my business, absolutely, it's worked great. I wouldn't trade it for the world. It's been a ton of fun. I really enjoy having a really huge Facebook group. It allows me to give back. It allows me to make money. It is a win-win. It was like when I was doing a lot with Nu Skin. I have a very simple, duplicatable process. Come in, Join my team. I'll show you how to build a Facebook group to 60 some odd thousand people. How many people do you know are really going to be able to do that? Probably 1 in a million. So it's not really that duplicatable. And that is the problem. Your business and my business, you and I are two different, totally different people. You may say tomato, I say tomato. I happen to really like chocolate and bacon, y'all. You may really not like chocolate and bacon. We are not the same people. We don't have the same educations. We don't have the same life experiences. We don't have the same family supports or lack thereof. We don't have the same motivators. We don't have the same drivers. We don't have the same families. And that is part of what makes business so interesting and so challenging. I deal with my business in a landscape where I have had a kid in and out of the hospital for the last 6 years. December 6th will be the 6-year anniversary of my daughter's traumatic brain injury from a fall from a horse. She has spent over half the time in the last 6 years in the hospital. I have 3 younger kids. Needless to say, my life is kind of a 3-ring circus, and I've got a dog gently snoring and farting under my desk right now. And those things are unique to me. I have a husband who is mostly tolerant of my business. Some people have spouses who are incredibly tolerant. Some people are totally single. Our motivators and who we are as people are highly individualized. Understanding, our views on money, how we spend our money, how we view things is super important to understand. The next thing that's really important to understand when you're working with a coach or working with anybody, working with yourself, what is your definition of the word success? Is it money? Is it time? Is it vacation? Is it getting to work from the beach? Following my 3-step process to build a business for most people would be completely untenable. But for me, it's a lot of fun. I like going live. I actually enjoy what I do, building a Facebook group, so much so that it's actually my hobby. It's kind of my playground. For most people, that is definitely not the case. So me advising you to grow a huge Facebook group would probably not work in your business, nor would it necessarily be desirable to spend 10 or 15 or 20 hours a week managing the chaos that is a Facebook group. So why do I bring all this up? There are a lot of people out there right now that sell the easy, the fast, the quick, the dirty solutions in business. The reality is a little bit different. One of the most important lessons I learned when I was at Duke getting my MBA was the phrase, "It depends." Every single thing in life is relative. The answer is always, it depends. There's rarely a ton of absolutes. It's rarely completely black and white. One of the biggest things that being a business owner and going to business school taught me is that life is very colorful. There's a lot of shades, there's a lot of colors in life, and there's very few absolutes. Trying to apply absolutes to a world that is not absolute is going to result in failure 99% of the time, unless you happen to be one of those people who is a complete outlier at one end or the other, and you happen to get lucky. I prefer to focus on that 97% of the time in all of these wonderful colors and figuring out the different nuances, the different patterns, and putting together that jigsaw puzzle that is an individualized marketing and business plan for an individualized owner. Because it's not about me. It's not about the fact that I can build a Facebook group to 75,000 people. It's about the fact that I can help you find the gaps in your business, and I can guarantee that there are some, and fill those gaps and fix them and address them and find ways to grow your business. Every once in a while, I may actually help you run the numbers, and we may determine that what you thought you were going to be doing in business is not the way that you're actually going to run your business. I can tell you that probably 15, 20% of the time, we run numbers, we run hours, we look at the amount of labor that it takes to produce something and determine that that's not really what you want. That's not your definition of success. Working 80 hours a week for some people is great. For some people, it would be death. You know, we all have a certain number of hours in a day. We all have 24 hours in a day. I haven't figured out yet how to bend that space and time continuum as much as people think that I have. I very much live with 24 hours a day, just like you live with 24 hours a day. And I usually have to sleep between 7 and 9 of them. And for me, success is having the freedom to go out walking the dog or go visit my daughter or go to the gym or cook dinner or do certain things. Success is also partially financial. And success for me is also seeing my clients succeed. But success to you may look very, very different than my version of success. Y'all, I don't wear a ton of makeup. I don't have a ton of fancy clothes by choice. That's not who I am. I'm sitting here wearing my It's Beginning to Look a Lot Like Cocktail shirt because that's who I am as a person. I'm a simple, no frills, baggy pant, sweatpant wearing, okay, jeans wearing, army boot kind of girl. I wear hiking boots 90% of the time. And to me, that is my definition of success, being able to show up in the comfy clothes every single day of the week and not really care what other people think too much. That is part of my definition of success. So tell me in the comments, what is your definition of success? And Christine, yes, I have made over $1 million out of my group. It is way, way harder than ads would ever make it seem. And you know what? That's okay because that's part of growing a business. That's part of doing all the things, right? We all have our own definition of success. Following the bright, following the shiny, doing the thing that somebody told you you needed to do is probably not going to lead to happiness because it's not your own vision of success. That's the thing, right? I see a lot of gurus who get up on stage and they sell this idea of success, the flashy cars, the blah, 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 the vacations in Bora Bora. Whatever that definition of success looks like to them. And people go running like rats off of a pier to go invest in that. But here's the thing, you're not investing in your own idea of success. Most people are not highly motivated by money per se. They're motivated by the things that they really, really want. The things that drive them, the things that are their passion. They're not motivated by here's $500 necessarily. $500 is a means to an end. And you've never heard it called quick and dirty profits, but yeah, it's a good explanation. People promise a lot and they deliver very little sometimes. And that's the problem I have. What if instead you got promised a little and got a lot delivered? That's how I live. And Nicholas says his group is 500 already in 2 months. That is really, really awesome, Nicholas. And, here's the reality. We all have our own version of success. We all have something that drives us, something that will make our lives so much better. Finding that, sticking on that, and then finding your strengths, enhancing those strengths, pitting that against your weaknesses so that we're minimizing the weaknesses so that your business can grow in a way that makes you happy and you're leveraging the things that you're good at and minimizing the things you're maybe not so good at. Doing what makes you happy, achieving your own vision of success, not what Haley's vision of success is, not what some guru's version of success is, so that you're making money, so that your business isn't just an expensive hobby. But it's not my version of success. It's not Haley's version of success. It's not necessarily building a Facebook group to 75,000 members just for shiggles and grins. Because let me tell you, building a group to 75,000, while profitable, also has its own little sets of headaches, right? Yeah, if you will live in a world of reality or fantasy, sounds too good to be true, it probably is. And, here's the reality. A lot of times people get whipped into a frenzy and they get caught and they're being sold this thing that they think that they want, and some people are master salesmen. It's probably, it's good for them. It's good for their bank balances. But y'all, I really am not a fan of driving my clients into bankruptcy. I'm really not a fan of saying, hey, just slap it on a credit card. Unless you're putting it on a credit card for points and you plan to immediately pay it back off again and you have the means to do so. It's about being smart with your money and doing things the smart way, not necessarily spending a ton of money that you don't have. It's about finding solutions that actually work, resources that actually work, defining your own version of success. Is it harder? Sometimes. Oh, yeah, because you've got to look at yourself in the mirror and see what you're actually doing and how you're doing it and what all the problems are, right? Doing that light work, doing that shadow work, digging in hard on yourself, doing the market research, let me tell you, those are the things that are really, really hard and painful to do. Showing up consistently when we have bright, shiny object syndrome. Almost every entrepreneur I know has no dearth, no shortage of $1 million ideas. The question is the implementation. So if this message resonates with you a little bit, let's talk. Let's see how I can maybe help you. Maybe I can point you to resources. Maybe I can recommend a program. Maybe I can give you a referral. Let's talk. Let's make the world a better place. Let's help you define your own success and achieve it without pulling your hair out, without going into adrenal fatigue, without wanting to go running, screaming from the building too often. I'm Haley Gray. I'm the founder of the Women's Entrepreneur Network, the 75,000 strong group. And yes, I did make $1 million off my Facebook group, but it might not be the right solution for you. We'll talk soon. Love y'all. Mean it. Take care. Night, night.